All right. Welcome, Nikki. Welcome back to the thru-hiker Podcast. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, Carol. How are you doing?
So good and so happy to have you back on the podcast. So for the listeners who are new here, Nikki came on, oh my gosh, was it about a year ago now?
It
Um,
was.
as a new hiker hiking the PCT to give us the interview for kind of the new hiker set of questions. And now she is back as an experienced hiker. So you're actually the first hiker we've gotten back on from new to experienced. So this is really exciting.
It's such an
Um,
honor. Thank you.
yes, so thank you so much for coming on. And I was actually very lucky to be able to meet up with Nikki on the PCT when she was hiking through the Tahoe area. So that was really, really fun. And maybe we'll get into that later on in the interview. I don't know, but I was so lucky to be able to meet up with you in person. It was so special. And I also met up with you in Lake Morena. So
Yeah,
I got to see you twice on the PCT. It was
such
wonderful.
a blessing. Yeah.
It was beautiful. We had beer and wait, breakfast beer, was it?
We did.
Is that what we
Yeah.
did? Yes.
hmm And I got to try whiskey for the first time with you.
Yes, I know. That was such a treat too. It was so great. So trail magic for the win, right? Loved it.
Mhm.
And I got to meet all of your amazing friends too.
That was actually the day that we all bonded. That was
Yeah,
like the day. Yeah.
that's
So
right.
thank you for that.
It
Yep.
was so wonderful. Yeah, and
hmm
maybe during the interview, we'll get to see where everybody ended up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I met a lot of people that day.
hmm
But it was lovely. So, okay. So let's get into, I'm just going to go over how the interview is going to play out for the people who are new here. And then we can get started. So Nikki, we're going to have you give a little intro for yourself, include whatever you'd like, maybe where you're from and the trails you've hiked. We know you've hiked the PCT, but if you aspire to hike any other trails, you can throw that in there. And anything else you'd like us to know about you. And then we're going to get into our rapid fire questions, which are just meant to be fun and quick. But if they're not quick, that's okay too, because we love details around here. And especially for the new hikers listening in, it's good to go into detail for them too. So we can either make it quick or we can get into it, whatever you choose. And then
Okay.
we're going to get into the bulk of the interview, which is the 10 main questions that I feel like, and I've asked other hikers too, like, what do you feel like I should ask if I have to ask 10 questions to a hiker that would encompass the thru hike or kind of describe the thru hike in the best way possible? So we came up with 10 questions.
Okay.
So we'll go through those. And then after that, I may ask some follow-up questions based on your answers. And
Okay.
then to close, we'll ask you how we can follow along with your future adventures. So with that, Nikki, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi. Well, I'm Nikki and I'm from upstate New York. And I hiked the PCT in 2021. And I didn't get to finish because of fires in Washington. I was near the terminus when I was up in that area. So I decided to try to snatch another PCT permit this year, which I did. And I will be hitting the trail sometime this summer. And I will finish the last few hundred miles. And it will be the first through hike that I've ever completed. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's so exciting.
Mhm.
Yay. And
Yeah.
yeah, definitely gonna follow along because you have a vlog on YouTube, correct?
I do. I haven't updated in a while, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely. I'm so grateful for all the people who tuned in. I mean, they were lovely. So thank you.
Yay. Yeah, it's funny. I have my own little like YouTube channel, just mostly for like my own, almost like a video diary, just so I can look
Yeah.
back on it. I haven't finished my PCT updates. It's like such a bad habit. Like when I finish something, I just don't actually put in the time to finish the video. So I'm
Well,
right
yes,
there with you.
I went back yesterday and watched the first episode. I haven't watched any of my videos at all. And so yesterday I was feeling a little nostalgia. So I watched the first video and I was like, this is so incredible. I had tears in my eyes the whole time, just missing the trail so much and the people that I met along the way. And so, yeah, we'll get into that, but it's been a beautiful journey. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I did the same thing when I've watched a couple of my videos after the fact, and I definitely cried too, because that
yeah.
feeling just comes back and you just get right. You know exactly where that place was where you
Mhm.
took the video.
Oh yeah,
All the feels.
all the feels. All right,
Okay, rapid fire. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Bring it, baby. Let's go.
Bring it, baby. Let's go.
That was my favorite quote from our previous interview. I loved it. And we were talking about meditation, I
Mm,
think.
okay.
And you were like, bring it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So, our first rapid fire question for experienced hikers:
Okay.
what is the grossest thing you did or ate while on trail? We're getting right into it right off the
Okay. Okay. Well, the grossest thing I did, I will not share because that's just too personal. But I definitely drank the hot springs water where it says, do not dunk your head underneath because there's brain eating amoeba. But yeah, I drank it. It was a matter of survival. So thank you, Sawyer. You saved my life.
Sawyer for the win.
Sawyer for the win.
So in that stretch, I'm trying to remember the water source situation in that stretch, but was it like a long period of time where you had to go without a water source?
There was, and then there wasn't any water for the next, I don't know, 10 miles or something. So I found where the water was coming out, trickling out before it actually reached the hot springs where everyone was, bathing. So this local guy was like, "Come here, I'll show you what to do." And so I went over there and just put my bottle underneath. It was coming right out of the rock, and was like, "Well, I either get dehydrated or have brain eating amoeba." So
Right.
brain eating amoeba, and I'm here. I'm good. So
Yep. You seem healthy to me, so I think it's all good. Sawyer
thank you, sir.
came in clutch. Yes, love it. Okay, next rapid fire. UL or don't care?
Well, I like to be on the lighter side. I don't have to be super ultralight, but I like to also be comfortable. So I have certain things that are comfort for me, and I'm not compromising on that. So yeah.
Nice. And we're going to get into gear later, so maybe that will come up. But I am curious as to what those comfort items are, if
Mhm.
you're willing to share.
Okay.
So we can
For
get into
sure.
that later.
Yeah.
Okay, next rapid fire: boots or trail runners?
Trail runners.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I think pretty much everybody said on this podcast so far.
Mhm.
But some people will like, well, a couple of people I know are into boots, but anyway, trail runners.
Yes,
Do you have a brand of choice?
I do. I love ultras. I
Mm,
love them. And we can get into the whole shoe thing in a little bit.
okay, great.
Mhm.
Okay, last rapid fire: stove or cold soak?
Well, I cold soaked for the first 750 miles. And once I had a hot meal on trail, I never looked back. So I'm going stove all the way. All the way.
Love it. I know. I did the same thing. I did 702 miles of cold soaking
Okay.
and
Okay.
the desert, and then I switched. And I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going
Never
back.
go. Never. It's like magic at the end of a hard day and you get to have macaroni and cheese. What? Okay. Yeah. Totally
That's
sold.
warm. Yeah,
Yeah.
warm
Sold.
food.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay.